All right, so here's the situation. It's Halloween night. There's some kids next door yelling in the garage because it's raining outside a little bit right now. So they're in the garage. The doorbell's right there. It's probably going to ring a little bit while this video is going on. Just giving you guys the heads up. But for now, let's talk about this Pittsburgh Steelers win against the Cleveland Browns. The Browns fans, listen guys, I try not to call out any fan bases or any fans from opposing teams in these videos because generally I'm just all like, let's get along, let's have fun, let this channel be something that everyone can enjoy. But oh my god, Browns fans have been talking so much crap going up to this game, or at least some of the more public accounts on Twitter have been. It feels so good as a Steelers fan to get this win and just be able to beat the Browns after what happened last year to some extent, after all the talk about how Cleveland's going to be so good this year, all the talk about Pittsburgh being overrated or just being over the hill. Being able to go out there and get that 15-10 win against Cleveland in an old-fashioned AFC North game is just a great feeling. Now, granted, it didn't feel good while it was happening. It feels really good right now. But during the course of the game, that was unnecessarily stressful for most of the game. And it starts with, let me just say this. I love Mike Tomlin. I have never once advocated for him getting fired. I've actively defended Mike Tomlin a couple of times in my life. Well, more than a couple times, almost all the time. I think Mike Tomlin's a guy who needs to stay in Pittsburgh. He's a really good head coach. I love having him around. But, oh man, he makes some really bad decisions in the middle of a game. His game management is not always great. And deciding to go for it, do a fake field goal, when it's 3-3, tie game, it's just not a good decision. Because if you're going to do that, you might as well just leave the offense out there and try to go for it with your real offense instead of doing a fake field goal. Because what happens is something crazy. In this situation, Chris Boswell gets blown up. It's an incomplete pass, never had a chance of really getting caught. So you turn the ball over, and your kicker, your only kicker who can play today, gets hurt. Probably concussed. I don't really know I didn't get to see what the injury report was. But get knocked out for the game, so now you don't have a kicker. Your punter, Presley Harvin, hasn't kicked. I think they said they didn't kick in college at all. So you don't have a punter/kicker guy who can kind of do both as a backup. It's not like a Pat McAfee thing where he kicked in high school and a little bit in college and can do it in the NFL level. It's not like that. You had one kicker. He's gone. Harvin did do a kickoff immediately following Pittsburgh scoring the next time they scored, and the ball went out of bounds at like the 20-yard line and was the penalty. So, overall, that was just, it was such an infuriating play. I think I even tweeted out, Pittsburgh's going to lose this game because they ran a fake field goal. Because we ended up losing 5 points by running that play. You lose the field goal, and then you're not able to get the extra points the next time you score because the next 2 times you score, you don't get the extra points because you can't kick the field goal. It would be different if you were lining up like the old field goal rules from 2 yards away, really, and you just had to boot it through. You can probably get someone to knock that in, but in the new rules where the ball is spotted pretty far away, you just can't count on someone like Presley Harvin to hit that because, again, he kicked a kickoff out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. So you had no one to fill in for Chris Boswell. Ultimately, very bad decision. But, hey, didn't cost us the game. Defense was legit today, held Baker Mayfield and the Browns to 10 points. I understand the Browns are very banged up right now. Jack Conklin had to leave the game early. He's the all-pro right tackle for them. Kareem Hunt was unavailable. Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry have been beat up. Baker Mayfield obviously has the injury to his non-throwing shoulder. There are all kinds of problems with this Browns team right now. I don't care. I'm just happy we got the win. And really, the defense, like I said, holding Cleveland to just 10 points. I'm rotating here because I'm looking at my computer right now to read some of the stuff. Keeping them to 10 points, 96 rushing yards for Cleveland. That's pretty good. Nick Chubb, just 61 yards on 3.8 yards per carry. That's really good so far. To have that be your defensive stand is fantastic. You got 4 sacks today. Pittsburgh was struggling to get sacks early in the year. Obviously, when TJ Watt was hurt, it wasn't working out quite well. And now you go out, TJ Watt, 1.5 sacks today, 3 quarterback hits. Cameron Hayward has a half a sack and 2 quarterback hits. Chris Wormley gets involved, which I love to see. Isaiah Loudermilk, someone who I was not happy when Pittsburgh drafted. He goes out and gets a sack today. So, again, another Pittsburgh player proving me wrong. Highsmith, I thought, had a pretty good game today, except for that roughing the passer call at the end, which I thought was a little bit, that roughing the passer call at the very end of the game. They gave Cleveland a fresh set of downs. I thought it was a little bit weak, really. I didn't think it was a great roughing the passer call. But, hey, the broadcast didn't do a really good review, so I couldn't really see if it was helmet to helmet or if it was around the head or neck area. I really couldn't tell, so maybe it was. Maybe I just didn't get a good view of it. But, you know what? Outside that play, Alex Highsmith had a pretty good game. Defensively, like I said, dominant, fantastic play by the defense. The end of the game, I was very nervous. The final 7 seconds or so, Diontae Johnson has, I think it was an offsides call on him, I believe it was, or a false start that pushes Pittsburgh back 5 yards. They had to run one more play. And thankfully, the Browns did not rush from the left side, from their left side of the field, from Ben's right. They didn't run that way at all. So Ben could roll out and just kind of take all the clock off and just lob the ball up in the air and let everything expire. So it was really good. I won't say really good game management at the end of the game, because you did have that penalty against Diontae Johnson where clearly everyone was not on the same page. But hey, you know what? It worked out. The entire play clock got run out. And sorry, I'm watching a little bit of Red Zone back here on my TV right behind my phone right now. But Cleveland didn't have another shot to score. So it was just a really good feeling to know that, yeah, we put this game away. This Cleveland team, they've been talking a lot of trash. At least their fans have been talking a lot of trash. Obsessing over Pittsburgh a little bit, coming up to this game and going to the offseason. Pittsburgh comes out, beats them, and again, this is like the quote-unquote over-the-hill Pittsburgh team with all these older players. To see them be able to come out and get this win was just fantastic. Great feeling, really, to be able to beat Cleveland again. It always is. Beating Cleveland's always a great feeling. But some outstanding performances. I thought Diontae Johnson did really well. Of course, the 50-yard play at the end of the game, it really sealed it. That was fantastic. Pat Freiermuth, 4 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown. Freiermuth is going to be, he's going to be the tight end for Pittsburgh, hopefully for the next decade. He looks fantastic so far. They really didn't get him involved that early on in the season. The first 2 or 3 weeks, we weren't really using him a lot. I love the fact that they're featuring him more and more as Eric Ebron kind of gets less involved in this offense. I don't think he was healthy to play today, but having Freiermuth become more involved in this offense has just been fantastic because he's really blossomed so far. Has looked like the second best rookie tight end out there behind Kyle Pitts. So I'm really happy with him as a player, what he's been able to contribute so far. I think that guy can be the security blanket for whoever Pittsburgh's next quarterback is going to be after Ben Roethlisberger. So Pat Freiermuth, an early standout for Pittsburgh. The running game, Najee Harris, 26 carries for 91 yards and a touchdown, only 3.5 yards per carry. Again, that's not good, but hey, we knew going into the year the rushing averages were going to be pretty terrible behind this young offensive line. And there's a lot of banged up guys on this offensive line who would be backups other places in the NFL. Guys like Trey Turner probably wouldn't be a starter in a lot of positions right now. Zach Banner would not be a starter in a lot of positions right now. Chucks would not be a starter in a lot of positions either. So really having guys like Okorafor, all those guys in the offensive line, you have to expect to have low rushing averages. And that's what we had so far. But the fact that Najee Harris is capitalizing on those plays and still making an impact is really important and really special because he does have great contact balance. He's great after creating yards through contact, and we've seen that so far through the first 7 games for Pittsburgh this year. And Ben, let's give Ben his credit. He had a pretty good game today. There were some misfires. He did take 2 sacks, but again, 2 sacks against this Cleveland defense is really not that bad. And I thought overall Ben had a solid day as well. So overall, a very good showing for Pittsburgh, even if you would hope the offense would score more than just 15 points. But again, we left 5 points on the board there because of the kicking situation. Hopefully Boswell is healthy and ready to go for next week. Pittsburgh, just a great win. Always love beating the Browns. My favorite win this season so far. Hopefully we can go out next week and get another one. So thank you guys for listening. I'll talk to you all later.